What's a stupid myth that's still floating around? Creating a Facebook status that says I do not give Facebook permission to use my photos or likeness or anything of that ilk. Touching a baby bird will make the parents abandon it. Birds don't have a good sense of smell. It's worse than ours. They also love their babies and wouldn't care if it smells weird. Leave fledglings alone unless they're in a dangerous situation, but if they are in a dangerous situation, get them out of it. And if you see a baby bird without feathers outside of a nest, place it back in the nest or take it to your nearest wildlife rehabilitation center. Do the kids today even know about Marilyn Manson and his missing rib? Cracking your knuckles will cause arthritis. Wearing red makes bull angry. It'll take like 7 years to digest gum if you swallow it. I don't know where it even came from. You have to wait 24-48 hours before filing a missing person report. Blood is bright blue until it hits oxygen, then magically turns red. People are poisoning Halloween candy and or putting pins razor blades in it. On social media, and Reddit specifically, Robin Williams' death and that it's how we traditionally think of senseless suicide. Robin Williams had a progressive, terminal neurological disorder that was already impacting his quality of life and incorrectly diagnosed as Parkinson's. His wife went into detail about what his final months were like. He knew that something was gravely wrong with his brain and it wasn't going to get better. Humans only use 10 of their brains. IDK where this could have even come from. Why would ANY animal evolve an extremely expensive organ they only use 10 of? Shaving your beard make it grow thicker. That you can be promoted into a lower net income because of tax brackets. This is very different from the welfare cliff, which is very real. That the age of 30 was considered to be old in the Middle Ages. Nope. The average age of death was dragged down by the infant mortality rate. If you survived past infancy, you could reasonably expect to live until your 60s or 70s. There are so many myths about the Middle Ages, in general. It happened over multiple centuries. No average can accurately convey exactly what life was like then. That certain teas detox your body. Or that your body even needs to be detoxed unless you're a heroin addict. Extreme period pain is normal. The one about the USA spending millions designing a pen for space and the Russians just using a pencil. Having pencil shavings floating around up there would cause chaos. If you're a cop, you have to tell me. That schizophrenia means multiple personalities. It doesn't. It means delusions. Some people hear voices with it, others don't. The voices are not personalities. These people are thinking of dissociative identity disorder. Daddy longlegs are the most venomous spider in the world, but their fangs can't pierce human skin. Face with rolling eyes. I still hear this all the time, and I hate being a smarty pants, but I usually have to chime in. MSG is bad for you. Most people believe it, and those people probably have it at least once a week without knowing. Much better for you than salt. That the hymen is a virginity detector. Hymens do not work that way. They often stretch rather than break during sex. Lots of adult women who have had a lot of sex still have intact hymens, and the hymen can also break from non-sexual activities like riding a bike or a horse, during exercise, using a tampon or menstrual cup. Anything related to flat earth. Peeing on a jellyfish sting. That it's possible to hold in period blood like pee. Your body retains toxins that need flushing out through yoga and strange drinks. That you can't get pregnant when you are breastfeeding. It's illegal to have the overhead light on when you're driving. ETA, I'm in the US, so it's a myth in most states including the state I live in. Hymens being some sort of indisputable sign of female virginity. That is a myth. It is not proof of virginity, the exact same way that no other male or female body part is. Some women are born without hymens. There are sexually active women who have hymens. I saw someone else on the internet put it well once: we women are not Capri Suns. The McDonald's hot coffee incident was a money grab, and the hot coffee warning had to be put there because people don't have common sense. That lady had third-degree burns from overheated coffee and needed skin grafts, not to mention only initially sued to cover her medical expenses. This has been covered extensively, and yet labia size is linked to how many sexual partners a woman has had. That being an introvert means I don't like people. Being an introvert means that I need to recharge my social batteries away from people, unlike extroverts who recharge their batteries while being with people. Adults know everything. Flushable wet wipes are actually flushable facepalm #hash. Kids lifting weights stunts growth. Women get loose if she had sex with many men, but not if her husband apparently, he got magical dick, don't ask. Going dark for 48 hours will change anything. Jerking off is bad for you. Edit. I was going to type masturbation makes you blind, but I had to pause and pick up my glasses from the floor. Using dish soap will strip the seasoning from your insert cooking dish. This was true back when lye was a common ingredient in dish soaps, but it's been gone from all major dish soap brands for 30 years now. Cutting taxes on the wealthy will increase the income of anyone besides the wealthy. Being cold gives you a cold. That's not how it works at all. There's a slight decrease in your immune system that makes a marginal difference in your probability of catching a cold, but it's next to nothing. The colder temperatures are correlated with more colds because this is when humans come indoors and congregate together, which is what spreads disease. If you see an oncoming car without headlights on, don't flash your lights at it. You might get murdered as part of a gang initiation. That astrology is an actual science. No one wants to work anymore. That more people die by coconuts falling on them than by shark attacks. People thinking pee is sterile. Also, people thinking that their own happiness is dependent on others being less happy than they. It is just ridiculous. If a dog is wagging its tail, that means it's friendly. You need to alpha your dog. Put a spoon in a person's mouth and restrain them when they have a seizure. Absolutely do not fuck with their mouth, gently guide them to the floor, put some soft things around their head and neck. People are giving out drugs on Halloween. I've checked my kids' candies for years and none. You can't pee with a tampon in. You can't get pregnant if you do the deed in a hot tub. That black people have thicker skin than white people. Australia is full of dangerous animals. As an Australian, I always thought this was a long-running joke like drop bears. But reading some comments under Australia travel threads, I can safely say that there are a lot of extremely gullible people who actually believe that we are actively dodging venomous spiders and snakes on a daily basis. To put things in perspective, I have seen 2 snakes in the wild in 33 years. That alpha males are a thing. Carrots being good for eyesight was literally WW2 propaganda to try and cover up radar. That men are smarter than women or women are smarter than men. It's a misconception that has the potential to stifle a wide range of individuals' abilities. If you leave a fan running in a closed room, you'll die. Pulling out will avoid an unwanted pregnancy. Yeah, I can tell you firsthand that this is not true. Flat earthers. Why and how and when and where and who? You're going to get sick if you go out in that chilly temperature without a jacket. Yes. I understand a weakened immune system, but you will not catch a virus because your core body temperature went down a few degrees. You only use 10 of your brain. Carrots cause better eyesight. You swallow 7 spiders a year in your sleep. My God, I could go on about the amount of things people still believe. The earth is flat. That specific dog breeds are nanny dogs. That myth has unfortunately brought a lot of damage to the dogs and the victims. Swimming right after you've had something to eat is dangerous.